Welcome to the show. I'm Marvin Miles, of course, and today it's quite an interesting one. We're having one of the guild aspirants. I don't know if she's still an aspirant, but she was among the people who were competing in the race at Mubs. There is a way the ladies are coming in and taking it around when it comes to university politics. We have Shamim at MOOC, and now we're having her at the Mob side. I don't know what will happen to the next universities. Will they pick a leaf from this? Will they copy from this? Will they learn something from this? This is a question to pose to those specific universities. But for now, I'm going to give her a chance to introduce herself, and then we shall kick off. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Is it okay if you introduce yourself to the viewers?
My name is Nabwaaga Shamoodah, a student at Makerere University Business School, pursuing Bachelor of Business Administration in my year 2, and the former UID candidate. I'm not an aspirant, as a candidate. Yeah. UID 2022.
So let's begin from this. Was the election fair? You know, there is a problem when it comes to Uganda's elections. So were the results fair? Are you satisfied with what came out?
Yes, if I wasn't, I would have written a petition, I believe, by now.
So, Sham, is it okay if you tell us about your politics background, your political story, how you've been participating in this?
Political background, I've been participating, I believe, from primary. I've served in various positions. I've been a club president, I've been a head girl, deputy head girl. So this is not new. I believe I've had enough backgrounds politically, and I've been serving as a course leader BBA year 2, as well as Commissioner Internal Affairs, Accountability Government. So
let's talk about the party where you came, that is the UID. How did you end up there? How was it?
How did I end up in UID?
Yeah.
We joined campus my first semester, not active in terms of leadership and politics, but the current guild president happened to be my friend, and he was the one that introduced me to UID. And because of the interactions we had, I believed it was the best family to join politically in the institutes, and which has been proved right. I've had the best time. Because I believe I've been nurtured well. It has improved a lot of my skills, so it's just the best that has happened politically at Mubs for me.
So as a presidential candidate, what were you planning to do for the students of Mubs? What new thing were you planning to do for them, and like what you thought is lacking and they wanted to have?
Well, there's a couple of things. As I was explaining to the students as well, I told them we had the short term and long term, and lucky enough we're still the government because I'm in this current one. And one of the things that I told them we'd do was a negotiation for an extension, which we are in right now. We've had the extension. I'm glad I was able to talk to the guild president, and we were able to talk to the professor, and we had the extension because we have a lot of students having issues with tuition. You know, the economy is not good.
Exactly.
We needed some more time to try and see that we can raise some money, because we need to have negotiations with the administration of how we're going to be doing the exams with tuition balances. Sometimes they don't want to listen if it is zero balance. So I believe this one we could help students look for the tuition. Then the other thing we're going to do was finalize the recess process for the finalists of this academic year, and I believe it will be done as well. The education minister is already having it going on. The other thing we're going to do is immediately advocate for a full semester or the default settings, and I believe this will be accomplished as well, because much as I'm not the guild elect, we do have a number of guild representatives in the house, and these are going to be my mouthpiece, and this is already happening. It is already in action, and they have to move the motion of resuming a 4-month semester because we are past the post-COVID era. I don't see why we study 2 months, pay 2 million like we used to in the old days, and yet the time is less, and there's a lot of problems associated to this. So there's a lot of other things we shall be doing as well. among those that I've given.
So looking at the history of Mubs, you're among the first ladies to come in and contest. There are not more than 10, if I can say. Let me say 5, then more than 5. You're among those top ladies. What inspires you? What inspired you to come and contest for such a big post?
Well, I wouldn't say it is a gender-based reason, because apparently if we did everything based on gender, I don't know where we would be. We are in a country where there's a less percentage of ladies coming in from primary education to secondary, but Mubs is blessed to be having the biggest percentage of population as ladies. So I believe the competition that I went in was not because I'm a female, it was because I was competent. I believed I was capable. So I was there because of my capabilities, not because of my gender.
At first, following what was happening in the party, at first you were not given the hand or the flag. Then you're given, they give you the flag after someone falling out. How does it feel? Don't you feel neglected?
No. You have to, I don't know, to practice democracy, you have to believe in the democracy. So I don't agree with the people that feel that way or want to make it seem that way. We had a process, we had procedures for our guild candidates to be elected for our flag bearer. So if I wasn't elected, the fact that I stayed there should actually prove to whoever still has doubts that it was a wrong process or something, that I believed in the processes that we carried out. So I was one of the personal assistants for our party president, and I believe one of the duties of a personal assistant is to step in where the president can't. And I believe I did exactly that because of the issues we had and we couldn't have enough time to sort them. I had to step in for our party president. So it's not neglected or something because I've been part of UID since. I'm still, and I stayed. It was just a setback for me as well, but the party had to move forward. Okay. Yeah.
If you're still watching, please don't forget to subscribe, share, and comment. We are still with one of the guild candidates or aspirants of Mubs, and the conversation still goes on. Didn't that make you feel out of place or neglected in some way? Were you okay with it in the first place? Like, yes. As any human being, there is a way you feel offended at some point.
There's obviously as a human being, but that does not change. We have an agenda, we run for the institute. We are not here for our personal reasons. We are here for the betterment of the students. So that is why whichever party candidate we had as there from day one, I didn't have second thoughts or maybe I should leave or something like that. As contented with our leaders or the people that took this procedure on, and I believe they took the best decisions for whichever. So as not, I didn't feel neglected in any way. I took it on the way it was, and because it is not for my personal reasons, as I said, it is for the students, the ideologies are the same. So it's basically.
Now, basing on your gender, have you faced any difficulties since you contested as a girl, specifically as a girl? What are the challenges you've so far faced?
Basing on my gender, I've not faced challenges basing on my gender. The only challenge we had was that the timing, we could not be added more time. You realize as a candidate for just a week.
Yeah.
So that is basically the only challenge I faced as a candidate for a short time, but I'm proud of myself being a candidate for a week, and I'm able to get almost half of what the candidate got, a candidate that campaigned from the beginning of the academic year. It should make me feel happy. So I don't have any challenges based on my gender. As I said, I was there because of my capabilities, and the people I was with believed in me and respected me enough. So the only challenge was that.
So, talking on the new guild, the guild elect, what spaces do you think they should fill up in the university?
What spaces? Rephrase your question.
Like, what do you think they should make correct?
I believe we came in this race we had reasons. So I believe if he came in for the students' betterment, He definitely has to do, because the current government has served for only 5 months, the shortest period, because of the COVID and those short semesters and whatsoever. So whatever ideas the president-elect has that feels will be for the betterment of the students, those are the spaces they need to fill up. Anything they feel maybe the current government has not done and it should be done for the betterment of these students, they should take up the mantle and be able to do it.
Following the politics at your sister campus or brother campus, that is Makerere University, there we see politics of bloodshed, because based on the last time we saw someone die from there. How did you guys control the violence on this university?
I don't know. I want to call it a favor from God that the Mubs students believe more in ideologies. We are not the noise maker type. So the violence is usually less because we are respectful to each other, and the candidates themselves are able to control. We are able to control our crowds, and since they believe in us, they listen to what we tell them. So when we say we shall not have any violence, it's so. It's just basically your leadership skills, I would say.
So we should blame the leadership skills at MOOC for that.
We didn't get a clear story of how it happened. I believe the investigation is still happening, but that is what I did.
All right, so should we expect you to work with the incoming guild?
Yes, he's my friend. The guild elect is my friend, irrespective of the differences we have in the political backgrounds, and I'm an objective person. So anything for my students, they do know I love them so much. So anything for the betterment of all of us, because irrespective of whether he's noob or what, we are still Mubs students. A problem I face is a problem he will face, is a problem any random student will face. So working together to have these problems solved can't be my problem.
Let me get your opinion on this. Do you think universities should involve political parties or external parties, for example, NOOP, NRM, and as such? Do you think those parties should come and get involved into university politics?
To a lesser extent, no. Because we are seeing these political parties having some negative impact of late. So if they can do away with them, because I believe some students don't vote because of your political party, they vote because of your capability. And since you're voting me because of what I can do, I believe with or without a party, I can still make it. So whether they do away with them or they don't, wouldn't be of much effect, because if it is nurturing, Mubs as an institute has had very good leaders right from the topmost administration. Our professor is one person you'd like to go with or work with in terms of leadership and guidance. So if it is leadership and guidance, I believe we have our top administration that has been good enough to guide us. So we can still do it with the political parties. I wouldn't have a problem with them being taken off institute politics.
Talking about that with or without a party, did you have that thinking of coming as an independent on some point?
No.
You didn't think of that?
As I said, where I am, the roots are firm, and I'm contented, and I'm very, very happy with whatever I'm learning. So coming independent, no, not at any one point.
So what do you think should be done to improve on the university politics, elections?
University elections maybe involve less of the external influence and have this student-based, student-centered, and what business is Mubs should be Mubs business. It shouldn't be MOOC business, because I believe we face various different problems. The fact that we are institutes does not mean we face the same problems. So I believe if MOOC affairs, MOOC affairs, Mubs and Chambogo, it will be better. Because these are different people, these are different institutes. If they wanted them to be one, they would have merged them. But the fact that they're different makes it have to have its own business in each way. So I believe that's one way they could make it better.
So should we call your coming up and contesting part of the woman empowerment?
You could term it as that. I believe I'm going to be an inspiration to very many ladies, giving them a thought that they could also come to whatever stone they wish they want to step on. And it is empowerment, because there are people there that question themselves, will I be able to do it as a lady? Can I? How will the fraternity perceive me? But you can do anything you want at any one time you feel like. So yes, it is empowerment to all the ladies out there that question themselves, question your abilities. If I was able to do this, Julia was able to do this, Her Excellency Achak Pasquin, you can do it.
So what do you think that any girl there out there looking at you can do to do what you did?
I always talk about discipline and respect, but most importantly, God. Anything that has happened or whatever I've been able to achieve, I always talk to my God and ask him for guidance. That is why I have a lot of contentment. So if you're God-fearing, always be prayerful, talk to your God, because he takes the best decisions for us all. And discipline, do not compromise on your respect, be respectful, know your aim, your goals, have objectives, have a purpose, have an aim, have a reason as to why you're doing things. Because if you do things just for the sake, you end up messing up. But if you have a reason, if you have a goal to achieve and you concentrate on it, you can be able to achieve. You just have to stay disciplined. Just focus on the primaries and you can achieve whatever.
Yes, don't forget to subscribe, share, like, and comment. So do you see yourself, where do you see yourself in future? Do you see yourself participating in the country's politics?
That is something I'm still thinking about, but for the question of where do I see myself in future, I see myself as an inspiration, a source of motivation to not just the ladies, but to the gentlemen as well. One of the things I've always learned from my father is to be positive in your environment. Be someone, when someone thinks about you, they think positively. So I want to be that one person anybody in the world can approach, to be motivated, to when you think about me and all you think about is positivity and achievements. That is the best thing I want for myself in the future.
So a word to the fraternity, Mubs fraternity, and the people viewing and the students at large, exactly.
Students at large, exams are knocking. The week we asked for, we have Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. It is done, and I hope we have utilized it well. Kindly read your books. The primary reason we are in this institute is to get that degree. Whereas we achieve whatever we are achieving, we need to take back that money to our parents in form of a transcript. So kindly concentrate on our books. We have around 2 to 3 weeks writing these exams. Please focus, let us read, let us pray to God, and I wish you the best in whatever you want to attempt, be it exams or any other chances you want to take in life. That's it.
Talking about the extension you made, what in particular was the reason for the extension?
One of the reasons is tuition. I explained to you that
tuition.
We are coming to the end, but there are people that have not yet cleared last semester's tuition, but then we also have this semester's tuition and the exams are here. So one of the reasons we asked for this extension is that. Another is we had elections last week. You realize we put in a lot of time for this election. Very many people, not just the candidates. We have teams, we have students that join us. All these people forego their academics. So they needed at least some time to refocus and read whatever they missed to catch up, to be able to write the exams. And then we have, we've had lectures up to last week. It doesn't really make sense for me to study up to last week, so I've not really read what you're teaching in that time because the following week was exams. So we also needed some time. Coursework results are not yet out. It is not okay for us to write our finals when we do not have results for our coursework. We don't actually know how many marks we need because we realize it is a percentage for each. So if I know my coursework results, I'll be able to know I need an 80 in this paper to achieve my goal. Coursework results were not yet out. Actually, some people were still doing courseworks even up to last week. So we needed to also give these lecturers some time to mark us and give us our results so that we know what exactly we are working for in these finals. Yeah.
So it's been a great interaction with one of the Mubs presidential candidates. And as you have all seen, before you do anything, don't forget to subscribe, share, like, and comment. It's a good day. Thank you very much for watching.